What's up, YouTube? Chrissy here. I have got my medications in. As you can see, guys, this box is huge. There is so much stuff in here. I've got my calendar also completed. I will show this to you all at another time. But wanted to show you all of the medications. Wanted to show you all of the medications, kind of how it comes, so you know what to expect if you go on your own IVF journey. So just quickly from this angle, I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of give you a peek as to what's inside. You can see this box is filled with medication. It is also loaded with ice packs because most of this stuff has to stay cold. So I'm gonna rearrange things, put this box on the floor so that I can load everything onto the counter and show you piece by piece what they have sent me. All right, guys, it is time to get to it. Time for all the medications. This is one of the most overwhelming parts of IVF. Last time I unboxed my meds, I was so overwhelmed because I didn't know where each piece went and how I was gonna feel, or what to expect, side effects, things like that. So I'm actually going to do a video, a short video on each different injection. I'm gonna show you how I give it to myself. I'm gonna talk to you about how it feels. I'm gonna talk to you about the side effects, if there are any that I have experienced, and what those medications are for. I will probably do them individually, so if somebody ever needs to search for a medication and a video on it, it's easy for them to find. Instead of doing them all in one video, maybe I will do one long video and then separate videos. I'm not sure, I just haven't figured that out. But anyway, time to get to it. So what's on top is all the administering devices, I guess. So sharps container, alcohol, and then lots and lots of needles. These are for your progesterone and oil. So these are your progesterone syringes. You use these syringes and needles to withdraw your progesterone and oil, and then you put this needle on for the injection. This needle is just slightly smaller than the big one, so it makes it hurt a little bit less going in. These are insulin syringes, and these are to be used with the Lupron medication. I call these diabetes needles. My husband's a type 1 diabetic, so I have a ton of experience with these. They are like itty bitty babies, and they do not hurt at all. These are syringes to be used with a Menopur. I probably should be doing this in the other direction, but anyway. These are syringes for Menopur, and these are the needles for Menopur. So that's what came out of the box first, is needles and syringes. Probably the most scary part for most people. Really, the needles and syringes for IVF are pretty small. They're mostly insulin sized, so they really don't hurt very much. Next thing coming out is progesterone and oil. The progesterone and oil is not needed until your embryo transfers. So progesterone and oil is an intramuscular injection. This will get injected into your hip right here in the side. Once your embryos have been retrieved, harvested, and frozen, they will then thaw and transfer your embryo into your womb to hopefully make an itty bitty baby. So again, progesterone and oil, those are these big intramuscular needles. Next up, we have Lupron. I guess it's Lupron, so this is the generic Lupron. Last time they sent me the brand name. I don't know why they sent me the generic one this time. But Lupron is a LH suppressant. So it's a luteinizing hormone suppressant. Essentially, it's going to suppress your body from ovulating, which will allow your reproductive endocrinologist to control when you ovulate. All right, guys, I need my notes for this one because I want to make sure that I represent these drugs properly. So Lupron is given to suppress your ovarian function by inhibiting the pituitary release of gonadotropins. Lupron is a GnRH agonist, which causes the body to release high levels of luteinizing hormone for several days until its stores are depleted. The goal of Lupron is to ensure luteinizing hormone levels are low during the last few days of follicle growth. So that is what Lupron is for. I will be taking this my whole cycle in varying doses depending on what my doctor wants at certain points. Next up, I'm just going to take one of these out because there are so many. This is Gonal F medication. So while you're going through your IVF cycle, you are going to take what we call stims that stimulate follicle growth during your cycle. So I've done a lot of research on this because in the beginning I was really scared, like, well, are we gonna take all of my follicles and then I'm not gonna have any left? Like, what does this mean? So did a ton of research, asked a lot of questions. Essentially, every month you have a certain amount of recruitable follicles. So your body is going to have these follicles to produce every single month. Normally, of those follicles, only one, maybe two of them turns into ovulation. The rest of them die off. With IVF, we are going to take Gonal and we are going to take Menopur, which is also a stim medication, to grow all of those follicles into hopefully large enough follicles that they can be inseminated. So the goal with this is to create somewhere between 15 and 20 follicles, large enough to inseminate. Now, a woman of my age at 37, chances of that are pretty low. I will probably harvest somewhere between 15 and 20, but the number that will actually end up inseminated through ICSI will probably be in the 5 to 10 range, maybe a little bit lower. That's just life, that's age. We're gonna pray that more of them make it to blastocyst this time. But again, so these are follicle stimulating hormones to cause your follicles or eggs to grow so that when your reproductive endocrinologist goes to harvest them, they are large enough to inseminate. Then the last medication is Orvidril. This is also known as the trigger shot. So this shot is given, I think it's given Monday, and then the egg retrieval is Wednesday. This medication will stimulate your ovulation. So this is going to cause you to ovulate. It's going to cause all of those follicles that you've been growing to release. So your reproductive endocrinologist can go in there, get them out, put them into the petri dishes, and start trying to make babies. That is all for my medication right now. I will, like I said, be doing videos to show each and every medication, the specifics of it, how they're used, how they're injected. Some of them, like the Gonal, comes in a pen. Other medications you have to load into your syringe. So everything is different. I will walk you all through those one by one as I do the injections. So as always, if you like the content, please like and subscribe below. If you want more information or more up-to-date day-to-day stuff, my Instagram name is right here. Please follow me on Instagram. I would love to be able to share more of my day-to-day life with you that I cannot get onto YouTube. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Email address is also right here. I would be happy to answer them. Like I've said before, I am not a doctor. I cannot give you medical advice. And my medication protocol is specific to me. Every reproductive endocrinologist is going to have a different medication protocol and different suggestions based on your specific situation. One thing I want to touch on before I go is the differences in reproductive endocrinologists. I have found that on social media, some of the infertility groups can cause you to kind of second guess the doctor that you're working with or the medication protocol that you've been given. Please, please, please remember your medication protocol was given to you based on your individual situation, right? So my medication protocol and yours and the doses and all of that is going to be different. Do not doubt what your doctor has decided for you. You've chosen this doctor for a reason. You have placed your trust in this doctor. So see it through, stay calm, stay confident, and remember, it's just a tiny needle. Thanks, guys.